I would like to call this meeting to order, the LRA meeting to order. I'm Calvin Arnold, the LRA chairman, and on behalf of myself, fellow commissioners, the mayor of City of St. Louis, the comptroller's office, the City of St. Louis Board of Education, Neil Richardson, Lance Knuckles, and the employees of the LA, we welcome you. It is a job of the LRA to sell underutilized developed properties to residents and developers that will has the financial ability to expertise to redevelop such properties and to get them back on the tax roll. In a few moments, we will start our procedure. Listed on the agenda for today, if we have anyone that has been signed to speak on behalf of their offer, and you will be given that chance. But please limit your presentations to no more than 3 minutes. Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
Just for first ask if there's.
Is there anyone that would like to speak today?
Sure.
Okay.
You want to do the minutes first? And then
Yeah, you can do the minutes first.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
do the minutes first. Just
Okay.
the agenda.
May we have the minutes of October 11th, 2023?
I move that we defer those minutes for the December LRA meeting.
You don't have any minutes at all. Sorry.
I move that we defer to the December LRA meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Arnold,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes. Hearing no objections, motion carries. Now we can have the presenters.
Ms. D.
We're ready for the presenters.
Is there anyone on Zoom? No.
good morning. Is it okay if I?
Sure.
Yes, please.
My project is a little on the far side, so for this reason, I provide that. So you can kind of see what it is that,
you.
I want to see how done with the project, sorry, give you extra. So. All right. Series of grant applications is a new company based off of conversations that I have had with
You come to the,
those in the neighborhood who have made
excuse
requests.
me. You can come to the mic.
Oh, it comes to the audience.
And your
Bring
number,
whatever materials you need, ma'am.
Lance, what number?
Item number 6.
I'm like this, what? Oh. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm doing this. Oh.
You're okay, ma'am.
I appreciate
Take time.
Okay. My company name is Series of J Acquisitions LLC. My name is DeLacy Robinson. It was actually formulated in September. It was based on, it is based on the needs of this particular community that you see that's outlined in the map here. I've gone to several neighborhood meetings. At first, got an opportunity to understand the structure of LRA at the play school meeting back in August, and I've spoken to a lot of people at the neighborhood meetings as well. And I too would like to see the growth and empowerment of the community occur. I have 30 years in construction, and I have partners that I've had to do work with and for. I do code enforcement for the St. Louis County. I am their sole plan reviewer. I do all the construction for the pools and restaurants throughout the entire county. And just so that you have something to walk away with, it will provide you with this. I have investors that are willing to assist me with ensuring that the projects that I have outlined in that, on that map will come to fruition. Just for example, I have people working on the veterans home. My architects are working on that now. I have people working on the mixed use commercial. They're all very hopeful that you will accept the proposal that I put forth for the acquisition of the land. I've been working on this for a month and a half, and I have not charged anyone in the community for any request that they have made with regard to grant writing for Board Bill 37. And I'm hoping to be able to be granted some of those funds to get these projects started. My grant writers are also looking up other federal funding that will allow us to continue and complete the projects. But as you very well know, the first step is to actually own the property. So just to give you an example of where we had gotten started, I only have the veterans home facility on me at the moment, but my architects are already evaluating the requirements for structures in that area. Yes, we know we're gonna have to speak to zoning about some things as well, but that is what they do. Reminger Design is one of my architects. They're located on Olive. My contractors that I'll be working with, Keely, J.E. Foster, Silver Lining, they're all on board for doing the construction. And one of my requirements is that they carve out the over 30% for DBE participation. In addition to that, one of my projects on here, the co-op, we were actually requesting assistance from Rankin to come in and assist with teaching people in the community house building with a property that's located at 1455. There's also a training center that I want to put in to teach internet business, and the distribution center to teach that part of their business, to do distribution. So it's a job creator is what I would like to see happen also in the area. So not just providing services that are gonna lean on the people's ability to obtain help from the government to pay for their living or food. I want to create some level of independence. But it starts with you all. I need the land first.
Question, yeah, question. So in terms of funding the project, you have applied for some of the grants, or you're looking to apply for some grants?
I'm looking to apply. So the first grant that is on the list is Board Bill 37.
Okay,
So Board Bill 37 requires that I have the land,
okay,
otherwise it doesn't qualify.
okay,
So that's why I need to get you to agree to the proposal that I put forth, so that I can write that into a grant. That is another reason why my architects have already started working on that and the cost proposals for it, because that's due on Monday.
are there other sources of funds that you're seeking to fund the project?
Yeah, my grant writers have also been searching high and low for money for veterans, which there's a lot of that out there. There's a lot of educational grants. There's a lot of housing grants. They come down in parts and pieces, and I do realize that it's not a done deal until it's approved, but we are definitely moving and working very diligently to secure all the funds that we can to get everything off the ground We have the ability to do the deliverables. Like I said, I'm not charging anybody for anything that I have been working on, and they've not charged me for any of the things that I've shown and presented to you today. They're a very dedicated team. I just need to do my part, which is it. Get the land and get those grants written and get us, started.
Okay,
Commissioner,
thank you.
might I speak, Commissioner?
Yes, please.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Ms. Robinson, Lance Knuckles, currently the Director of Real Estate, transitioning out hopefully sooner than later. But I have a couple questions for you. So a couple of points of clarification. Just want to make sure we're clear. So an option is not ownership, site control to a certain degree. And I also happen to be the gentleman who has to lead Board Bill 37 evaluation. So really, do you have a project budget to go along with this?
I will,
3.7?
I will, I don't currently, my architect is doing her part, and when I can say, yes, it's a go ahead and finish up everything, then I will get my numbers. She'll finish up her parts, which goes from rendering to floor plan, to something that can attach numbers to. And so, I will have that, in short order. Trying to have everybody like on the ready.
Okay, so I'm gonna just offer that before you leave today. That you and I talk.
Okay,
There's, the commissioners will more than likely make a decision. But I would also say that an option period of 12 months may not be sufficient for the scope and scale of a project of this magnitude that is spanning potentially 4 blocks. Am I correct?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, it is.
So the current project funds you're raising is solely for which specific item? So let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
Your submission to Board Bill 37 is for which project?
Oh,
Okay, so we really got to talk because you can only get one project funded with that program, so you have to really thoughtfully think about how you want to move forward.
okay.
So, Commissioner, I will offer that you encourage the offerer to engage with the office soon after, so we can actually help her navigate some of these waters.
So, and probably
We can move forward with that. Yes.
move forward with the
Yeah,
12
we can.
month
We'll probably extend it though.
to 24.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, everyone.
Thank you.
Number 44.
We're going to,
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Cortega Collins, and I am the founder of the Foundation for Strengthening Families and also of Favor LLC. And so today I'm coming to request that the owner name be changed on an already approved offer that I made. So when I first, both of these projects are part of a bigger plan that we have for that community. And initially, 5921 and 5917 was going to be done under my for-profit, but now I've decided to make the entire project as part of the larger redevelopment project that we planned for the page in Amherst.
so, go ahead.
Commissioner,
Yeah.
again, thank you, Ms. Khan, for the consistent communication with us. And so the staff have been thoughtfully engaged with this offer, and this is really more of an adjustment of in use and ownership
Okay,
that is on the agenda that I would strongly encourage the commission to consider.
okay,
She's been thoughtfully communicating with us, and the project is moving forward, so we're excited about that.
all right. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right.
And the next, we have a new page for item number 19.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I have a piece of property. Property I have is at 1959 Alex, and it is a couple lots adjacent on both sides that I'm very much interested in purchasing.
We would like you all to consider those side lots. One reason is one lot, we have a side door. And when we first bought this property, we have cleaned these lots off 3 times already. Right now, it's a stolen car on the lot again, and someone dumped the night before last.
Took photos of the trash dumps, and this is not the first time that trash has been dumped over here. We are diligently keeping them clean, but we would like to have the opportunity to own and put a fence around them so that we can stop all of this dumpage and running through the lots.
And building our neighborhood back to College Hill, Oak Valley Park, because we actually have a house right across the street.
Yeah.
We bought this house for our kids that's coming home from the military, October 31st. So they can have a house with no payment and they can go to college and have a car payment without having to pay rent or anything.
We've also bought property from LRA before, a few times.
Yes, when Miss Alice was here.
And we just, want to make our imprint on everything that we're doing over there in that neighborhood.
And build it back up like they're doing on college with John Yale doing his, thing on college. We would like the opportunity to show her how we can build it back up also, brick by brick, like Mr. Moore would say, if he was
We've
here.
also did a lot of work in what you see there already. The porch was falling, we rebuilt that, we've just.
We had the back of the house grinded, regrinded,
Brickwork,
brickwork, regrinded, check by check.
I'm a retired construction laborer in the labor's union of 30 years. I'm also a veteran from the military. And I would just like to take all the credentials that I have and put them forward and trying to make a difference in my neighborhood. So I would appreciate if you guys could consider that the lots can be considered as side lots so we can go ahead and keep the trash from being dumped, the cars that's being stolen in the neighborhood being dropped off over there, and just study making the area bad look. So
We did buy property, we actually started the rebuild of 2500 North Sarah at St. Ferdinand.
that's
There
what
was
I'm saying.
nothing there but that adult daycare until we bought the property at 2506 and then bought the lots all the way to the corner. So we started that, initiated that, blood, sweat and tears
I think we
with
bought
our
that,
hands.
from the,
Sheriff's
Sheriff's
sale, so we
sale.
got the lots from you guys, and you
Yeah.
considered those side lots also.
we also bought, this particular property here, 1959 from the sheriff's sale. So, with the work we're putting in, we hope that you guys can consider very much, in reducing that price. It's kind of speaking for me right now, and I appreciate it if you guys can consider, bringing it down and giving us a helping hand. Thank you.
Okay, I just have a couple of questions
Yes,
here. According to my notes, do you still plan to extend the deck
Yes.
and provide off-street parking?
I would love to, yes, ma'am. Once I, talk with the city to see what I can do as far as maybe coming off the street side. And if not, I will come off the alley.
Because we would like the driveway to be in the front instead of in the back.
You
So
know.
we would have to, get
But
those.
either way, we would, go that route to make sure we get that off-street parking. And that's another thing, these guys, the neighborhood is kind of really bad, but we are doing our part to try to help bring it up. They park cars on the front, they leave them for days at a time. And we kind of, get that over there, to make a difference. Anything else?
And you live at 1959?
No,
we don't-
it's the house we just bought to fix up for our children.
Oh, okay,
We live in Blossom View.
okay,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Have you spoken with anyone else in the community about what you're doing?
In regards to what?
Just in terms of
The
requirement?
inspector, Todd Hall,
Yeah,
is on our side. He said he's gonna get those houses that's right next to the lots that we want
Okay,
at the top of the demolition list, because the lounge is caving in, the other building, the roofs, the back is blowed out. And it's just making the neighborhood look awful, and we would like to rebuild and revitalize and make it look beautiful again.
people study running in and out of those buildings all day. So they subject to catch on fire, who knows, and that's where we're,
So we
right
have,
now trying to make this bill
we do have an open building, permit where we are working
right now.
on the building. So like I said, we had the whole back wall done, the gutter, new gutter, and
Now, I did take a picture of some of the trash, but that's on the phone. I wasn't able to do like this nice young lady is take photos. I mean, print them out. But I do have a photo of one of these where they dump trash. If you'd like to see it, Mr. Chairman.
That's fine.
Yes, yes, awesome.
Sure.
And this is not the first time. This is just one small dumpage. And if you scroll over, you can see, yeah, you can see that, there's more than one spot,
And we had just cleaned this lot up the day before yesterday and they dumped it the next day.
Yes, sir.
As you can speak.
I didn't have any pictures.
That's all right.
Okay, no worries,
Okay.
no
But
worries.
this is the way the top of the house used to look, that we're gonna get it back. They
Okay.
stole all of the copper off the top of that.
Okay.
So we're gonna get that put back on.
Okay.
Okay.
So again, just want to give you all a heads up. You made a comment about the inspector. I believe the properties, the homes on that block are LRA properties. So we'll look and explore that, but the inspector doesn't have the authority to tear down anything that we.
No, we
He
know
said
that.
he was gonna
We know
request to get it at the
Okay.
top of
He
the
was
list.
looking at them because they in so bad a shape. He said he would, looking to see
Okay.
what he could do.
We'll add them to the, Mr. Netta.
Yeah, because we know that you're a problem.
I'll make a note. We'll talk to you.
He actually asked us why we want to buy property on that. Because I told him I love my neighborhood. He said, why not college? I said, because I love Alice, because my house is on Warning and I want Alice to look like college. It's coming back.
And with that being said, we thank you guys. We don't want to,
Thank
3 minutes was the limit. We've
Yes.
been over that, so we don't want to take too much. more
Thank
of
you.
guys' time.
Thank you
Thank
so very
you.
much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Okay,
Now, did we I'm sorry, did we kind of just stick around or?
Yes, sir.
you're
I
welcome
would
to.
Welcome to stay around. Sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Are there any other speakers?
No, that concludes our sign up list.
Okay.
Anyone else? Look that up.
We can move on.
And it's
Okay, at this time, we'll move on to our offers to purchase. First section under offers to purchase, we have new construction. Within our office to purchase, these are parcels owned by LRA that consist of unoccupied grounds or physical structures. The offers have submitted offers to purchase with the intention of rehabbing properties as residential or commercial projects, an extension of their yard space, community gardens, or green spaces to enhance and beautify the community. The first, under new construction, we have 4253 Gano Avenue and 4247 Gano Avenue. With information presented, I move to defer any action on these two parcels pending community input and support. Do I have a second?
second.
It's been moved and second. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Arnold,
Yes.
Commissioner Brown,
Yes. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have three parcels for consideration. We have 3965 Enright Avenue, 3969 Enright Avenue, and 3971 Enright Avenue. I move to reject the offer to purchase these properties based on disposition of existing city-owned property. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have 3008 North 21st Street, presented by Rezo House Buyers LLC. I move that we defer any action on this purchase pending review of existing option. Do I have a second?
Second.
Previous roll, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have properties listed in Exhibit A on Utah Street. I move to defer any action on the purchase of these parcels, pending community input, prior to a decision. Do I have a second?
Second,
It's been moved in second, previous roll, hearing, sorry.
We have, someone online, I think just got overlooked.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't know how to raise her hand. Her name is Miss Linda Gibbons.
Okay, Ms. Gibbons.
Could you work to get her on just to offer that moment in space, Commissioner?
thank you.
Okay, sure.
You can speak now.
Okay, please.
Ms. Gibbons, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and go ahead. You have 3 minutes. Text her in the chat. Ms. Gibbons, can you hear me? If you can hear me, please unmute yourself. And you have 3 minutes.
Items 27.
27B. Commissioners,
Okay,
we put the effort in. We'll consider have you all move forward.
okay. All right. Just to repeat, item number 4, for Scapula Real Estate LLC for the properties, listed on Utah Street. We move to defer any action on the purchase of these properties pending community input and support prior to any decision making being put forth. We had a second and we called for the vote. It was previous roll. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, item number 5, we have an offer submitted by BTD Equity Management LLC. We have several parcels that are listed as Exhibit A. I move that we defer any action on this offer pending community input and support. Do I have a second?
Second,
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 6, presented by Series of J Acquisitions LLC. We heard a presentation from them earlier this morning. I move that we counter offer for a 24-month option for consideration. So we would extend the offer for 26, I'm sorry, or we could counter. I'm looking at this, David. I'm looking at the amount. The amount, 47.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm just looking at the amount here. I'm gonna counter with a 24-month option, number 6. But I was gonna counter at the 42,157. Is that what you guys? Okay. All right, I'm gonna counter for a 24-month option, at an amount of $42,157 for a 24-month option. Do I have a second?
second,
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have 1200 through 14 Monroe. presented by Arcadio LLC. And they have received now the letter of support from Old North. I move to accept the 24-month option for $5,700. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Our next category we have is as is rehab program, our as is rehab program. This program, these are Class A residential buildings up to 6 units, no more than 1 building with no more than 2 contiguous lots or 1 commercial building. In this category, item number 8, we have 1335 Arlington, presented by Larry D. Hudson Jr. Move to defer for additional information, but hold on a second. Please hold on a second, because I'm seeing some additions to my notes. Has there been community support provided? Okay. There has been community support provided. We were waiting for that additional information. Move to accept offer of $2,000. And they're asking for an option. I'm not too sure about that. I need further information. I think I'm gonna defer that. Is the option, is that he would like to purchase an option? Do we know?
You're on 8.
Yeah, I'm on 8.
Specified time.
They didn't specify a time. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Move to counter, offer 1335 Arlington, counter offer $2,000 with a 12-month option. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have item number 9. We have several parcels that are presented in Exhibit A. I move to reject the offer to purchase 5009 and Maple and 2908 Osage due to a scheduled demolition of these properties, and counter with the purchase of 4022 Lexington for 1,000, and closing being contingent upon approval of budget plans and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll as a vote. Hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 10 at 3414 through 3416 North 14th Street, presented by Dante J. Barbie. Move to defer any action on this purchase pending community input and support prior to any decision being made by the commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote. Hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have 5106 Northland, presented by Daryl Tyson. I move that we defer any action on this purchase pending community input and support prior to any decision being made by the commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote. Hearing no objections, motion carries. Item number 12 we have 5923 Dr. Martin Luther King Drive. Move to reject this offer due to lack of proof of financial capacity to support the project. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have 3256 19th Street, offered by Denzel E. Pepper. I move that we accept the offer contingent upon approval of budget plans and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 14, properties, 4619 Greer Avenue and 5464 Union, Union Boulevard. We move to reject 5464 Union due to structural condemnation and counter with the purchase of 4619 Greer for $1,252, with closing being contingent upon approval of plans, budget, and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll is a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Our next category, we have development. Our development program, these are offers for parcels owned by LRA that consist of physical structures, single family, residence, side lots, etc. For the rehab and or construction of any combination of the following: rehab and or construction of mixed use buildings, rehab and or construction of multiple residential buildings, rehab of residential buildings with more than 6 units, and or commercial projects. The first item we have in this category is 5651 Page Avenue. I move to accept an offer presented of $1,750 with closing contingent upon approval of budget plans and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries.
Commissioner,
I'm sorry.
is it possible to have you
Yeah,
go back in the
Okay.
agenda? I do sincerely apologize.
okay.
We go back to item number 5. Commissioners, there was a deferment due to community input. Staff has provided the material that it may have been inadvertent during the agenda prep, that the information may have been overlooked, but there is community support from Kingsway Development Group, as well as the alderwoman in that area. And this information was submitted well in advance of the time for consideration, as well as there are opportunities being drafted or supported and funding with the NOFA from CDA to support this project. So I do want to encourage you all to revisit that decision and look to move that decision forward to allow the option to be put in place.
Okay, so this is in the Fountain Park neighborhood, at the Fountain Park Lewis Place. Has that been presented to that organization?
To Fountain Park,
Yeah, it
I
says
don't
Fountain
know
Park.
if it has gone there. And if this
So-
is,
No, I'm sorry.
yeah, no, so if that is what this will the commission, if you want to have them go to the Fountain Park Neighborhood Organization, that is your
Yeah,
purview. I am just offering some perspective in this moment in time that there is funding already aligned to move and support this project as well. So I just wanted to put that on the circle.
And you said that Kingsway, is it part of the project in Kingsway or is it all in Fountain Park? According to my notes, it's in Fountain Park.
Hold on one second, Commissioner. It is, so it would be Maple, I'm just trying to think of, it might be in Fountain Park, right on the borderline. Yeah, the Auburn part is one block in the Fountain Park.
Yeah, okay. All right, then. I still would like to defer it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
And so would it be
For-
possible to be directive in that adjustment and direct them specifically to the Fountain Park Neighborhood
Lewis Place.
Organization?
Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
okay, thank you. Okay, so would you like for me to do that now, or?
If you could, Commissioner,
Okay.
then that way we don't have to pull you back at the end of
Sure.
the meeting.
All right.
And thank you for the opportunity to present that back to you, Commissioner.
Okay. Regarding item 5, number 5, we deferred that for community input and support. I asked that BTD Equity Management LLC confer with the Fountain Park, Lewis Park neighborhood organization, and certainly staff and the commission can provide the contact information needed. So thank you.
Second.
I think that that's just a point of information. We don't have to take any further action on
It'll be in the record.
it.
Yeah, it's in the record.
Okay. All
Thank you,
right.
Commissioner.
Sure. All right, and then now we're on parcel number 16.
16.
Is everybody good with that? 16? Okay. All right, so next on our agenda, we have parcel number 16. We have several properties, vacant lots listed in Exhibit A. This offer is being presented by the Lutheran Development Group, Inc. Move to accept an offer, the offer of $43,410 with closing contingent upon approval of plans, budget, and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have the general lot purchase program. And this program, these are guidelines for, general lot purchase program provides guidelines for the sale of LRA lots for any purpose other than new construction, building, rehab, or development. First in this category, we have two properties, 3721 25th Street, 3723 25th Street. Move to accept offer of $1,500 with closing contingent upon budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Item number 18, we have 8357 North Broadway Street, offered by Cooley Warren. I move that we defer any action on this purchase pending community input and support prior to any decision being made by the commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 19, 1961 Alice Avenue and 1957 Alice Avenue, presented by James and Veronica Tate. I move that we counter, the offer that was presented before us, for $2,600. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll as the vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next, item number 20, we have 3511 St. Louis Avenue and 3505 St. Louis Avenue. Given the information that we have before us and move to reject this offer, it is inconsistent with the vision for the neighborhood. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as the vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 21. That property is 1940 Arlington. And looking at that offer, we have considered it before we move to reject that offer due to future development planned for the area. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, hearing previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, item number 22, we have several vacant lots listed in Exhibit A. The offer presented by Quinliban Foundation, and move to defer any action on the purchase of these lots pending community input and support prior to any decision being made by the commission. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Our next category we have is the side lot program. The side lot program, these are parcels owned by LRA that consist of unoccupied ground that are that's too small to support new construction. These non-buildable lots are parcels that are less than 4,000 square feet and cannot be contiguous to another LRA parcel. These lots are made available and affordable to adjacent property owners to be used as side lots and expand personal property. The first item that we have in this category, the first and only item that we have in this category is item number 23 at 1409 Salisbury Street. I move to reject this offer due to lack of support from the neighborhood association. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Our next category we have under the heading of option renewal. Option renewals are offers requests for additional time to complete projects due to the construction delays, funding, etc., on options that are near expiration. Offers must display proof of consistent progress to receive renewals of options and extensions of time. The first item that we have in this category, item number 24, we have 2929 North 20th and 3008 North 21st Street, presented by the Kappa League Scholarship Fund. This is our fourth renewal request. I move that we, before acting on this, move to defer offer pending receipt of additional information. May I have a second? Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Our next category, we have under Prop NS stabilized buildings. The Prop NS program is a strategic initiative with a goal of stabilizing vacant residential buildings owned by the City of St. Louis Revitalization Authority, which offers them for sale. The program was established by a community-initiated and voter-approved ordinance to create a dedicated source of funding to make it possible for LRA to improve properties within the city's land bank of vacant buildings. This investment is intended to increase the likelihood that these properties will be purchased by private parties who will then furnish their rehab and transform current deteriorating buildings into decent housing for their communities. In this category, the first property we have in this category is 1927 John Avenue. This is a multiple offer purchase. We have 3 offers for this purchase. We have an offer from Charlene Brewster and James Harmon and Karen Handley. I move that we reject offer A and B, A from Charlene Brewster and B from James Herman, and accept offer C from Karen Handley in the amount of $2,150 with closing contingent upon budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have item number 26, 4135 Gano. We have an offer presented by Elango, Guru Sami, and please forgive me. I move to accept the offer of $5,000 with closing contingent upon budget and financing. Next offer we have is another multiple bid offer for item number 27 and 1454 through 56 Rowan. And we have offer A presented by Cynthia M. Vernable and offer B presented by Linda Gibbons. I move that we reject offer A in favor of another offer being offer B with the acceptance of the offer from Linda Gibbons for an amount of $4,500 with closing contingent upon budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll as a vote. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 28. That's 1918 Anglerot Street. We have one offer presented by Michael Ford and Kiera Burton. I move to accept offer of $1,100 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll is a vote. Hearing no objections, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 29 for the property located at 5822 Wabata Avenue. We have one offer submitted for, on behalf of Cynthia Burnable. I move that we accept the offer of $500 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Our next offer we have is item number 30. The property address is 6015 Suburban. It is a multiple offer. We have an offer presented by Chanel Caesar and LaDonna Thomas. I move to reject offer A, presented by Chanel Caesar, and accept offer B, presented by LaDonna Thomas. Accept the offer of $5,000 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Our next item we have is item 31. We have two offers presented for 4326 Linton. We have an offer presented from Premium Priority LLC, and we have a second second offer presented by Fairground Neighborhood Revitalization Org. With the information that's presented before us, I move to reject both offers due to lack of proof of financial capacity to support development of the project. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Our next item, we have another multiple bid for item number 32 at 3737 H Oregon. We have two offers, one submitted by Greg Money, and the second one, item B, submitted by James Harmon. I move that we reject item A, submitted by Greg Mooney, and accept item B, submitted by James Harmon. The offer in the amount of $3,000 with closing contingent upon providing proof of local property management capacity and approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Our next property is 3737 Oregon, two offers presented here. We have an offer presented again by Craig Money and James Harmon. I move that we reject the offer presented by Greg Money and accept the offer presented by James Harmon for $3,000 with closing contingent upon providing proof of local management capacity and approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. For item number 34, we have multiple offers. The property address is 4204 East Cassuth, and we have an offer A presented by Homes and More LLC, and the second one B presented by Diana Llewellyn. I move to reject item A offer and accept item B offer by Diana Llewellyn for an offer amount of acceptance of $4,000 $150 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll is a vote. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have another multiple offer, item number 35. Property address is 1946 through 50 Palm. There are two offers here. We have offer A, Olufemi Faloran, and Albert Q. Gates. Looking at the two offers, I move that we reject offer A from Olufemi Falarin and accept offer B from Albert Gates, acceptance of an offer of $10,000 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries.
Commissioner, we have a
Yeah,
question.
could we revisit as a point of order number 26?
Number
There was
26.
a Motion, and I believe it's definitely not a request for previous role. and
Oh.
So just for the
Okay.
record, to clarify.
Okay,
I'll mention it, yeah.
okay, thank you. So item number 6.
26.
Okay, item number 26 at 4135 Gano. I'd like to call for previous roll. Hearing no objections, the motion carries. Thank you.
Commissioner.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, thank you. Item G, under this category, we have donations. Donations are parcels which consist of unoccupied ground or structures owned by constituents who desire to donate due to no longer wanting the property or they are incapable of maintaining the upkeep. The donation has entered the LRA inventory and sold using the LRA process. First in this category, we have item number 36, property address is 5923 Julian Avenue, presented by Prishalin Burris and David Hickman. I move to accept the donation. Do I have a second?
Second.
Been moved in second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Item number 37, property address 217 East Shermer, donated by Sandra M. Whitmore. Move to accept donation. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll is a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Next, item number 38, property address 3652 Selena Street. Move to accept donation. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second, previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Our next category is under the heading of miscellaneous. Miscellaneous properties and items are requested changes from the original approved board decision. These may include a change of use, name change, etc. The request must go before the board for consideration. First item we have in this item, we have several parcels listed in Exhibit A presented by Benningham, Baraki, and Baraki Construction. We have an offer presented to us, updated counter offer presented to us, and I move that we accept counter offer of $6,200 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have, parcel item number 40, 11, and the property address is 1163 Auburn, presented by WCAL Investments LLC, David Walker and Cheryl Walker. Move to accept the counter offer of $2,000 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have under this category here, item number 41, we have several parcels listed, under Exhibit A, Kenneth M. and Darlene Watkins. I move that we accept this offer of $6,400 with closing contingent upon approval of plans, budget, and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Item number 42. Item number 42 is 5356 Ridge Avenue and 5358 Ridge Avenue. Reviewing that offer, I move to accept a counter offer of $6,000 with closing contingent upon approval of budget and financing. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next, we have a right-of-way easement from the City of St. Louis Board of Public Service. We have those parcels impacted, listed in Exhibit A. I move to accept a use and the easement request from the City of St. Louis Board of Public Service. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous rolls of vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Our next item is item number 44, request for a name change. Favored LLC, care of Cortega Collins. I move to accept name change. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Additional items listed on item H. We have under deferral. We have the first property listed in this category would be item number 45. You have the parcels listed in Exhibit A presented by Livingston Naganga, and move to reject this offer due to lack of neighborhood support and compliance with housing committee requirements. Do you have a point of information?
No,
Non-compliance, okay. All right, so from the notes here, reject due to non-compliance of neighborhood housing committee requirements. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. A point of clarification.
Point of clarification, just
Okay.
wanted to inform the commissioners that this has been a deferral since approximately July of this year. And a part of your requirements to conduct community engagement this project or this offer has been deferred and the offer has been non-compliant to your policies as community engagement is a requirement. So I want to just make that small friendly amendment. That is not necessarily the housing committee requirements, but it is for the engagement requirements that you all have for neighborhoods that have an existing neighborhood organization. So just want to offer that point of clarification.
Okay. So point of clarification, rejection due to non-compliance of our requirements for the community engagement and support. Hearing that, motion was, you made the motion, it was accepted, previous roll, hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have item number 46, and that's 5882 Julian, Marcel Perry Roan. Again, move to reject the offer due to non-compliance of committee requirements of obtaining adequate neighborhood support. May I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, hearing no objections, previous roll is a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. Item number 47, we have 4816 Maffett Avenue and 4810 Maffett Avenue. Presented by David Harris, moved to reject due to non-compliance of requirement for obtaining neighborhood support and community support. May I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objections, motion carries. Item number 48. We have 2834 North Grand. And this particular property, it's been before the commission before. I made the motion that we continue to defer this particular offer to better understand this development, and it's consistent with plans for that area, given the development that's taking place along Grand. Defer for community support of project. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second, previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. I'd like to revisit, if I could, from the commission. There was one, apologize. Looking at this. Yeah, item number 40.
40.
I wanted to read. This is another one that I'd just like to confer with the group on. We have a counter. So then we had another letter of support provided. Again, this is another one. Do we have anything from the neighborhood organizations? We have something from the Kingsway Development, which I understand is the entity that has the 99. But do we have anything from the community on this?
It is the community support.
That's the letter,
Development.
Kingsway. Yeah,
So this one that's in Fountain Park?
yeah, this is in Fountain Park as well.
Okay,
I know.
what the commissioner is, Commissioner, if you mind, I
Yeah,
apologize,
sure.
I spoke before getting authority.
Yeah,
I think the question we're exploring is the project in question on item number 40 we may not have had this organization engage with the actual housing
Yeah,
the committee
right,
for the
'cause that's
neighborhood organization.
that's the
So,
development arm, right?
ma'am,
That's the Kingsway is the development arm, right?
well, Kingsway is the
Yeah.
developer of record.
Yeah, developer
Um,
record, but it's not the
Yes,
community
and so
organization, right?
there is additional, if this body
Yeah,
so chooses
Yeah.
to ensure that the recognized neighborhood, well, I would say recognize that the neighborhood organization
yes,
have an opportunity to review. We
yes,
can definitely move this, and defer it if that's a
Yes.
part of what you want to do,
Yeah.
but I will also say that there will be a request from this director to hold a special meeting in November for a few critical items,
sure,
and that we might be able to move some of these deferrals into that meeting,
okay,
whereas we historically have not had a meeting in the month of November.
okay. All right, so I just want to, for the record, revisit item number 4. And I would 40, sorry, number 40. For 1163 Albert, move from the acceptance of counter offer to deferral for community input and support prior to the commission making a decision on the parcel.
Commissioner, can I also offer
Go ahead.
a friendly amendment to
Sure,
that motion to state directly the Fountain Park Neighborhood
Okay.
Organization?
Yes, like to defer for community input and support from the Fountain Park Lewis Place neighborhood organization. Yeah. All right, may I have a second?
Yeah.
We have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll is a vote. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Okay. Okay. I believe that concludes my offers. Is that correct? So next on our agenda, we have the resolutions. I'll ask our Director of Real Estate to provide some additional information on our resolutions, please.
Yes, ma'am, Commissioner, appreciate the time and opportunity as always, to work in partnership with this commission. Again, my name is Lance Knuckles, currently the Senior Vice President of Strategic Growth, and transitioning from being the Director of Real Estate and moving those authorities into the hands of Mr. Shelton Anderson, who is not with us today because he's ill. And so I am in his stead.
Okay.
So back in old staff. But I have before you Commissioners Resolution number 23 LRA 208. Being presented to you, the LRA Board of Commissioners, and I'm instead of Mr. Shelton Anderson. And the resolution is authorizing the execution of a lease agreement with Spire Missouri, Inc. for the use of certain vacant parcels. The resolution authorizes the execution of a 6-month lease agreement with Spire to use certain vacant LRA parcels as storage and staging ground to facilitate Spire's gas main upgrades in the surrounding neighborhoods. I will offer some feedback that we have gone through an arduous process in identifying parcels for Spire to have heavy equipment. He's stored not on the street, whereas there has been some challenging opportunities for young adults and children climbing on equipment. And so we want to thoughtfully offer opportunities for our utilities to access parcels in a lease agreement, to have heavy equipment not be so readily accessible for young people. We had previous parcels under a lease agreement within this scope of work, but we've moved it, whereas some of those parcels were identified being in historic districts within the building Greaterville. So in compliance with the Cultural Resources Organization, we've adjusted those parcels and then moved them into parcels that are not within the historic district, still allowing Spire to do the work to make the upgrades to ensure that quality service is being delivered to our residents. So I just present this to you for your positive consideration to continue to move this lease agreement forward with a new set of parcels that are not identified within historic districts within the Bill and Greaterville neighborhoods.
Okay. Thank you. With that information, I move that we accept resolution number 23 LRA 208. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved in second. Previous roll as the vote. Hearing no objection, motion carries. Next on our agenda, we have resolution number 23, LRA 196.
Commissioner, again, thank you for the opportunity. As always, I have before you resolution number 23, LRA 196, to the LRA Board of Commissioners regarding the resolution approving option to property to LCRA Holdings Corporation for CDA Development Program. As we move forward, we seek approval for these options to properties listed in the exhibit, A, from the Land Reutilization Authority of the City of St. Louis, Missouri, to LCRA Holdings Corporation. The funds to acquire the properties come from LRA Scattered Site Acquisition Fund. And so the background for this, there has been over a 30-year period of time. There have been parcels that were purchased in the city being held by LRA that were purchased using HUD funds. And those HUD dollars, I'll just use the layman's term, has challenges. And so a part of our ability to execute, this is a historical transfer that we do on an ongoing basis to take a series of parcels and update this list as needed to move things forward, to ensure that we have an opportunity for those sites with the most challenging financial burden from the HUD organization that would allow us to continue to move these parcels forward within development projects. So I ask that you consider moving forward with the standard procedure to ensure that we can right-size the opportunity for our community development agency to engage with our land clearance holding organization to be able to secure these parcels and move them forward positively.
And if I could add one more point, I would note that this is an existing option. This is just being brought before you to add, I believe it's 4 parcels to it.
Yeah.
But again, this option in some form or other has been in place for, actually, it's probably closer to 40 years than 30 years. I know one of the commissioners who's not present had some confusion about that, but this is an existing option that is just being amended for a couple of items.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification. Okay, with the information presented in regards to this resolution, I move that we accept resolution number 23 LRA 196. Do I have a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. Previous roll as a vote, hearing no objection, motion carries. And I believe, if I hit on resolutions, is that it? Is it 2?
Just those 2, Commissioner.
Okay, All right.
There was another one that somehow didn't make it, so we'll have to
okay,
reconcile that.
all right, so, the director's report. No.
So
Mhm.
So at this moment in time, I do not have a director's report in grave detail, other than the thoughtful consideration. It has been an honor serving as the director of real estate in partnership with this commission. And we'll do our very best to ensure that Mr. Anderson and all the formalities of making him the director of real estate from a statute perspective is put in place by the time your next full board meeting is being held. So again, just want to thank you all for the partnership and collaboration. You're not getting rid of me. Just moving on to different space and allowing us to have a more someone who's focused on this work a little more than I can.
Okay, the next commission meeting is scheduled
Thank
for
you.
December 13th. Thank you.
We will miss you.
And again, to clarify, the next regular meeting is December 13th, but there might be one.
Well, before that. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. All right, yeah, I call for adjournment.
Meeting is adjourned. I'm sorry.
All right.